It's Linda McKenna from Golden Rule Senior Placement Services coming to you today with Tuesday Talks. As we had spoken about what I was going to, bring to you today is preparing for an emergency. And we are all across the United States hearing all across the Weather Channel the storm, may it be a hurricane or tropical depression, whatever it's called. It's called Ian, and we're all preparing for it. And this brings me to this topic that we're going to discuss today is preparing for an emergency. Is your senior loved one safe in their own home or within a senior living community? Plan and prepare for an emergency now. So, planning for an emergency, what does that look like? Well, right now we're planning for inclement weather, especially with a lot of wind, rain that could do damage to not only our belongings, our home, but it could interrupt electricity, phone service, a lot of things that we take for granted that we need, especially for an emergency. Imagine if you lived far away and you're up in, let's say, Maine, and your senior loved one lives in Florida, and you're seeing all this on the news. How is your senior loved one preparing their home for these emergencies? May it be sandbags, getting a generator set up, getting proper food in the house, making sure that they have enough food, water, in case water supply is diminished. And more importantly than anything else, is they have their proper medication in the home and access to it. So even if you lived around the corner or a couple of counties away, or pardon me, or one state away, this is an extreme measure that we have to prepare for and plan for in case this storm hits square on the outer bands, whatever that it may be. A 90-year-old can't do it. I know what we're preparing for, and we're significantly younger, at least I hope so, than our 90-year-olds, is making sure our property is eliminated of any debris that could go in flight, bring in the cars in the garage so they are not destroyed. Also making sure that we have enough of our windows covered for against any breakage, but also have a plan in place for water, ice, electricity, if that happens to go out during the storm. So, if they're in a senior living community, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have a peace of mind. There is a lot of assisted living communities that take that burden off of you, that they are in place, that they can remain in place because the structure of their senior living building, it takes all those into precaution. They were built appropriately for those reasons. So you don't have to worry about nutrition. They're going to be fed. You don't have to worry about their safety. There's people there that are required to stay on premise and take care of all their residents. They actually bring staff in, extra staff. But more importantly, they're going to be well cared for. And then if in case that they are nervous, they have somebody there that they can rely upon. Even in the small home situations, the adult family care homes or the residential care homes, it is mandated, especially here in Florida, after we've had experiences in the past, that they have to have backup generators. They have to have a water supply. The backup generators, especially for electricity, and we live in a very warm state, 90 degrees could really get hot really quick in the home situation. So again, all that preparation is in place. There is nothing worse than preparing for an emergency at the last minute. So my advice to you is plan now. Let this be an example for you to plan for the future. I hope and I pray that your senior loved ones, this doesn't affect them personally in their homes if they're still at home. But also, let this be an example so you could plan for the future. Nothing is better to prepare for a plan for now, for the future. So I'm urging you to do that. As I said, that we are on high alert right now, making sure that we are safe and we have communication right now because we have electricity, we are able to view TV. But if that all goes out and nothing is in place, it could be dire straits for a senior loved one having to leave their home. There is emergency places to take shelter, and that's usually at the schools where they are preparing for. Fur babies and their fur animals are only allowed to go to one local facility, meaning a school, versus the other campuses that are open. And that's within reason. So all of this has to be taken in consideration and set up. They have to be able to be, transferred there. That means drive there, leave their vehicle outside so this way they can return. There is nothing that is more disconcerting is for them to run around and driving around in this hurriness and worry that they are having to plan ahead. So again, planning now is being proactive, and let it be something that will make you have a peace of mind ultimately. As always, I urge you to go to my website. It is www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. There you will find my demographics, testimonials, the various options that we talk about often, these video talks, many more video talks as well, links to social media, and so much more. Give me the opportunity to have a discussion with you, and let's plan for the future now when it's not emergent. Thank you for viewing, and be safe, everyone, especially you folks in the west coast of Florida and southwest Florida. My thoughts and prayers are with you as well. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day and a blessed week. Talk to you soon. Thank you for viewing Tuesday Talks with Linda of Golden Rule Senior Placement Services. Bye-bye now.